What's up guys, my name is Aaron and today I'm going to be reviewing Atlanta, the first season. This is an FX Dramedy show created by Donald Glover and it stars Donald Glover, Bryan Tyree Henry, Keith Stanfield, and Zazie Beetz. Pretty much about these two cousins who are trying to make it in the rap scene. Donald Glover plays Ernest, who's trying to be a rap manager, and Bryan Tyree Henry is trying to be a rapper. They're trying to make it in the rap industry, trying to make a better life for themselves, essentially. I'm a big fan of Donald Glover. I'm not a huge fan of rapping per se, even though I do like his singing. I love his sense of humor. Like, I really got a sense of it once I watched Community, and he's hilarious on that show. One of the best comedy shows of the past few years. He's an accomplished writer, writing for 30 Rock, Mystery Team, a really underlooked movie that nobody really talks about, and his stand-up too. Like, I feel like his stand-up is pretty good as well. Again, while I'm not a huge fan of his music, I can't lie that his music videos always look really stunning, really interesting to look at. I was really looking forward to the show because I felt like he was going to bring something new to comedy. His description of Atlanta as Twin Peaks with the rappers really interested me because Twin Peaks is one of my favorite shows of all time. That mixed with rappers, it just seems so surreal, so I just wanted to watch it. With all of that, it exceeded my expectations and it became my favorite new show by far. This is by far the best new show of 2016 and I really am looking forward to more seasons of this. The characters from the very first episode of the show, like, you really get a good sense of the characters and you really get invested in them. Donald Glover as Ernest is a really good protagonist. He's this really smart but kind of unmotivated guy who is trying to make a living for his family. He's an outsider primarily who kind of observes all the weird stuff that's happening around him. He's witty and grounded on the show, which he really isn't on a lot of shows like on Community and stuff. I feel like this was a good change of pace for him. I thought that he was pretty great on the show. Bryan Tyree Henry as Paperboy or Alfred, I felt like he kind of stole the show for me. He's pretty much this character that kind of knows that this rap thing kind of like a facade. Like, he knows that it really isn't that sustainable and stuff, but he's just trying to, I guess, manipulate it and try to get money while he can. He plays like the straight man a lot. He plays the weirdness and he's really over all the people that are trying to be around him and stuff, and I felt like he was consistently really great. He's definitely an actor to look out for in the future. I feel like he's really good. Keith Stanfield as Darius, he's really kind of like the comedic relief of the show. He plays Alfred's best friend. He played every scene like he was high. He was really out there, but he had some really kind of insightful thoughts. I always thought that his character was really interesting and kind of perked up whenever he was on screen. And Zazie Beetz as Van, that actress, she was on Easy. She is Ernest's best friend with benefits and the mother of his child. She actually had some substantial stuff, more so than Ernest did. She was actually like a legit teacher and was really trying to make a living for her child and stuff. I felt like this character really could have been written in a way that she would just be like a naggy, like, wife character, but I felt like they gave a lot to her character to kind of make you feel for her, even more so than Ernest at some points. I felt like she brought a lot of likability and a lot of charisma to the role, and she was really good in the role to me. Yeah, the characters were so well written and fleshed out. You really got a sense of who they were as a character really early in the show. It always made it really watchable to me, and I love the humor. Like, it's really good. I feel like this is like the absolute funniest show that I've seen since the first time I saw It's Always Sunny, and I feel like that show is the funniest show on TV right now. I just love the nonsensical but kind of real humor that the show provides, and it almost always lands for me. Like, there's this episode where this blogger follows Paperboy around and kind of antagonizes him and stuff, and just the way that he's written is so crazy but so relatable. Like, you kind of know people like that. That's definitely my favorite thing about the writing and the kind of tone of the show, is that it kind of balances these weird, outlandish things with the real things that would actually happen in real life. It doesn't get too crazy or too serious in that way. And I also love the surrealness of the show. I guess this is the Twin Peaks comparison that he made beginning of the show. In this universe, Justin Bieber is black, and it's kind of jarring to see kind of like a black kid do the same things that Justin Bieber does. I guess, like, if you were a white person or something and you kind of saw like this black kid doing this, I don't think it would be as okay as it is with Justin Bieber. During this celebrity basketball game, a fan yells, "I love you, Justin," and he says, "I know, bitch," and it's just so funny. There's a whole episode of the show that's kind of done in the way of a Tavis Smiley show on BET, complete with the BET commercials that are aimed at black people, and this segment in the show where this kid is transracial and he wants to be called Harrison, and he believes that he's white and he's 35 years old. I felt like it was just so surreal seeing all that stuff. Like, I was like, is this really happening? I love how out there the show can be. It really does go for the fences, and it's just something that you really don't see on TV a lot. And I don't know if I'd really call them messages, but it does kind of hit on a lot of relevant things that are happening in real life right now. There's there's an episode where Ernest is in jail, and in the episode it kind of touches on how people kind of see celebrities, like how they'll kind of completely change their whole facade and stuff whenever they're around celebrities, how black people can be about trans people, like transphobia and stuff, and kind of like mental illnesses with black people. It's something that's rarely touched upon on TV. The show really isn't overt with the messages and stuff, but it does kind of touch on like how it would happen in real life, and it happens really organically to me. It really makes it interesting, and I love the look of the show. The show looks great, done mostly with Hiro Murai, Donald Glover's like longtime collaborator. Like he's done a lot of music videos for him. It really looks like an indie movie every single week. It looks visually really stunning. It really doesn't look like a lot of things that are on TV right now. It really does have that indie movie feeling. The only complaint that I could see about the show is that it's pretty loosely connected. If you're somebody that kind of requires like a structured plot and stuff, this probably isn't for you. Like the way that I see the show is it's kind of like an anthology show, kind of like Easy, but this show kind of has like the same people throughout the entire show. It's kind of like different movies centered around these people, but the plots don't really build off of one each other, if you know what I mean. Like it's just really kind of these characters in different situations. There is some plot run over, but if you're somebody that needs the answers to every single question in the show, this probably isn't for you. But overall, I love this show. I feel like this was like the best show on TV of the year. Definitely like the best new TV show. I love the characters. They feel really well written, really fleshed out, really funny, and you really relate to them. The humor is so good. Really consistently really funny, outlandish but relatable in a way as well. I love how surreal the show can be, just kind of showing you kind of crazy outlandish things. I love that the show kind of touches on relevant topics that are happening in the culture and community right now, and I love the look of the show. I feel like the show is visually really stunning. It feels like an indie movie every single week, and it really catches my eye visually. The only complaint that I could see about the show is that it's really not tightly connected. It doesn't really have like a structured plot week to week, but that's not really a huge deal to me. I feel like the show consistently was really engaging every single week, and that didn't really deter my enjoyment of the show. Overall, I would give this an A+. To me, it's basically the best new show of 2016. I don't foresee anything really topping this. So what do you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you hate the show? Let me know in the comments what you thought, and thanks for watching. Thanks, guys.